So you're thinking about making a move to Portland, Oregon, but you're worried about the cost. You're not alone on that one. Portland is an amazing city, but it's not exactly known for being cheap, right? Today I'm gonna show you how to move here without going broke. From affordable housing, to transportation, to job hunting, and even money-saving tips. We've got a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. Hey, I'm Steven Dyer with the Sadle home selling team at Keller Realty, and as a lifelong resident of the Portland metro area, I have some great budget-friendly and cost-saving tactics that you can use when making your move to Portland. Before you pack your bags, let's talk budgeting. Portland's cost of living is higher than the national average, but it's still cheaper than the other major West Coast cities like Seattle or San Francisco. Our biggest expense here is housing, and the average cost to rent an apartment is going to cost you around $1,800 a month. To rent a house, the average is going to be around $2,600 a month, and to purchase a home, the average price point right now is $600,000. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to find some cheaper options here in a minute. Your first step in planning the move will be to figure out your budget, and you'll want to use cost of living calculators to compare Portland to your current city. Estimate your monthly expenses for housing and groceries and transportation and utilities to ensure you understand how much the cost of living will change when you do move to Portland. And most importantly, save at least 2 to 3 months worth of expenses before moving. This will give you a little bit of a cushion while you job hunt and settle into the new city. And something else to consider when moving to Portland is that the rental and real estate markets are most competitive in the summer. But if you move in the winter, you can probably find better deals on housing. This makes moving in the winter the most budget-friendly option when moving to Portland. All right, let's talk about where to find affordable housing on a budget. If you're looking for the most affordable options, you'll want to look in East Portland or North Portland or some of the affordable cities surrounding Portland. Some great budget-friendly options include the Montevilla neighborhood, which is an up-and-coming Southeast Portland neighborhood with great local restaurants, and it's going to be more affordable than Inner Portland. The Lentz neighborhood, which has lower rent and housing prices, but it still has great access to public transportation if that's something you're looking for. The Foster Powell neighborhood, or as the locals like to call it, FOPO. This neighborhood is a mix of affordability with a growing local scene. Up in North Portland, we've got St. John's, which is a quieter neighborhood that's slightly removed from downtown, which makes it more affordable. Outside of Portland, we've got Gresham and Troutdale area, which is east of Portland towards the Columbia River Gorge, Mount Hood, and other attractions if you're into outdoor activities. And then last but not least, we have Columbia County, which is going to be northwest of Portland, and it's a beautiful drive about 30 minutes outside of Portland, and it features smaller, quieter towns, and it has a beautiful landscape. Now, how are you actually going to find a new home in one of these areas without overpaying? So go ahead and skip the big real estate websites like Zillow. Those listings don't tell the entire story, and often they are not the best deals in town. Instead, get in touch with an experienced local real estate professional who will have access to all the properties that are currently on the market, including for sale by owners, and they will also know off-market sellers as well. Often these off-market properties are a great place to find the best deals. So in other words, give me a call. Another great option to keeping housing affordable: house hacking. So this is where you purchase a house with the intent of renting out a portion of it to offset your monthly mortgage payment. This can be done several different ways. You could rent out a room to a long-term tenant. You could buy a duplex, live in one side and rent out the other side. You can do a short-term rental on Airbnb where you rent out a room on Airbnb or other short-term rental sites. Or you can even do a midterm rental where you're renting out a room to a college student or a traveling nurse. But living with roommates can cut your mortgage in half or even more. Check out Facebook groups like Portland Roommates or PDX Housing Network to find shared housing options to help cut down your mortgage. My third tip on how to move to Portland on a budget is going to revolve around moving costs. Moving costs can add up. I've moved a few times myself and I know that they can add up fast. So here's a few ways to help keep them low. First, I would recommend doing a DIY move, a do-it-yourself move. So rent a U-Haul instead of hiring a moving company, or use apps like TaskRabbit to find more affordable moving help. Offer pizza to your friends or family members in exchange for help loading up your moving truck. And definitely downsize before you move. Sell or donate items you absolutely don't need so you don't have to move as much, and that's going to help keep your moving costs low. So next, you can find free moving supplies all over the place. So you can check Craigslist's free section or even Facebook Marketplace for free moving boxes. Or you can go to grocery stores and liquor stores because they often have free boxes that they will just give away. And also, you can use towels and blankets instead of expensive bubble wrap and packing material to help keep your items safe. So the less you bring, the cheaper your move will be. You'll find that living in a new city or even a new state will probably warrant having different personal items. You can sell furniture, clothes, and electronics on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or Nextdoor to make some extra cash for your move. You can donate other items that you don't need to local charities like the Salvation Army, but just declutter, sell, and donate before moving to help keep your moving costs down. My fourth tip on how to move to Portland on a budget is going to be saving money on getting around once you are here in Portland. Saving money on your transportation costs. So once you're here, you need to ask yourself, do I really need a car? Maybe not. Portland has one of the best public transit systems in the country, and a monthly TriMet pass is only $100 a month, and that includes bus, our light rail system, and the streetcar in downtown. And that's way cheaper than if you're gonna be paying for gas, insurance, parking, maintenance, all the things that are associated with owning a car. Now, if you absolutely do need a car, you need to be ready for high parking costs and gas prices. But if you can ditch that car, you'll save hundreds of dollars a month. Portland is also bike friendly, so if you can ditch the car and get a bike, you can also save hundreds of dollars as well each month. There are tons of bike lanes, and there's also a bike share program if you don't want to purchase a new bike, and this is all going to be cheaper than owning your own car. So the fifth thing I wanted to talk to you about regarding how to move to Portland on a budget is finding a job quickly. If you don't have a job, you don't have a budget. So unless you already have a job lined up, you'll want to start looking before you make the move. Now here are some of the top industries in the Portland metro area. Number one, tech and startups. If you have experience in software or IT, there are solid job opportunities. Number two, healthcare. OHSU and Legacy Health are some of the biggest employers in the Portland metro area. The service industry, number three, there are tons of jobs in restaurants, bars, and coffee shops all around the Portland metro area. And the fourth thing I wanted to talk about is skilled trades. So construction, electricians, and mechanics are always in high demand here. So when you are searching for a job, you want to check out sites like MaxList, Indeed, LinkedIn, and PDX Pipeline. And don't forget about networking. Portland is a city where who you know can help you find a job fast. Before I get into the final tip for how to move to Portland on a budget, please like, subscribe, and turn on your notification for more tips, tricks, and other things to consider when making your move to Portland. So the last thing I want to talk to you about regarding how to move to Portland on a budget are some cost-saving tips from a lifelong resident of the Portland metro area. So when you arrive here in Portland, there are some things you could do to help keep your cost of living to a minimum. Like, for instance, grocery shopping. We've got Winco, Grocery Outlet, and Trader Joe's, and these are some of the best places for cheap groceries. We've got farmers markets all over the place as well, and these are great for fresh local food, but they tend to be a little bit pricier. As far as entertainment's concerned, we have tons of events and concerts and festivals that are free around the city. And make sure you check out places like First Thursday Art Walks, Forest Park Hiking Trails, and Saturday Market for other cheap entertainment as well. Make sure you join the Buy Nothing groups on Facebook for free furniture, clothes, and household items. You'd be surprised at what people will give away here. So can you move to Portland on a budget? Absolutely. With the right planning, smart housing choices, and cost-saving hacks, you can enjoy everything the city has to offer without going broke. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment below with any questions that you might have. And are you coming to Portland soon? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you.